Here we are. We are the three of us on the after show afterthoughts. Now, we have Gary Aldridge and we have our Betsy Riley. There we are. And here I am, Linnie Godfrey. And we're going to continue because they were talking about on Linnie Godfrey Straight No Chaser, possibly having this reunion. Now, you had a reunion 5 years ago.
Right.
That was before the pandemic and COVID and all those things. So now there's a possibility that you'll be in the area, Gary, and then you and Betsy can possibly kind of conference about when you might have another reunion number two. Is that right?
Well, it was just we were just having a conversation. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago on the phone about this engagement, and as normally happens with us, we just there isn't even a segue, but we know what we're talking about. And at one point, one of us said, "Oh, we should." I think it was me. I said, "Oh, we should do another show together, and let's call it 'I'm Still Here.'" You know, for those of us who don't know if we are. And that's kind of, and it's a song that both of us have done by Stephen Sondheim. And
Sondheim, yes, yes, yes. Follies, right? Follies?
yes,
Follies.
and, and so we're both. I'm not going to say all, but we're both living that at this point. We both have sung it for a long time, and we both love it. And it just seemed like it seems like the right time to do something like that, and it just I'm not going to say it's grown like Topsy because it hasn't even yet. You are the first person, Lenny, to even have heard about this other than.
This is great. And we did it online. Yay, 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 on the air. La, 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 la. So it should happen. You know, I'm saying that once it happens, and I'll talk to John about it because there's no need to talk to Betsy, is for there to be a recording of it. So
Yeah, you're probably right.
yes, video as well as
Spoil him
audio.
any more than he already is.
What did you say? What?
I said, don't spoil him any more than he already is.
Well, that's all right. You know, I understand. I have one too, and he's quite
Yes, we
spoiled.
all have one.
Yes, we all do. And so, yeah, we're going to keep that close to the vest. But I have to tell you how wonderful it is to both first to see you both and to have you both in the room and everybody who has experienced this triangle on stage, because we've been on stage together. It will take them back for many, many years. Here we are again, and it's just so wonderful. I cannot tell you.
You know, Lenny, you and I were almost on stage. We were on stage at 54 Below about 3 weeks
Apart.
apart.
Yes.
We were just last
Yes. Yes. I'm telling
year.
you.
Oh, stop.
Yep. I tell you, I'm still trying to pull my cabaret back together again. So I understand what you all are talking about now.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
my favorite song is Shirley Horn, "Here's to Life."
Oh, yeah. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's
so,
wonderful. Yeah,
yeah.
I saw a good chunk of your act on video when you had it on. I said, "Oh my God, she's still doing it. She's still lifting that leg, and she's like, oh,
Yes, every day, both sides go up every day, every day. Yeah, so work out. It's a nice workout, but so much has happened since then, and that was just at the very beginning for all of us, and we've just come such a long ways, and we are still here.
good times and bum times." But
Yes, we're still here.
But we're here.
Yeah,
we're
yeah, we're here. We're here.
it's exciting actually because I don't see as many of my theater friends now that I don't live as close to New York, and I have to admit I really miss that. I
Mhm.
really do. People who actually understand what I'm talking
I
about.
know, I know, I know. Well, but also you should arrange Zooms. There are people who do that now that, because people have moved away from the area, a lot of the different areas, and they do monthly Zooms or, every couple of months they all get together and just catch up to make sure everybody's doing all right or what show somebody's going to be doing and all that other kind of stuff. It's just, I think is That's the one good thing about Zoom. That is the one good thing about it, is that it does allow you to do that. It really does allow you to do that. And,
I won't mention it to John for a while.
no.
Well, I teach online now. I have been since the beginning of the pandemic, and I find, I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I direct online. I mean, I'm now artistic director of a nonprofit, and we are together for 7 years, but the last 2 years, the last performance we did was in February of 2020. And then I had to come into New York again and do some work with them. And I left the day before they shut New York down.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
Yeah.
and that
So
was
I haven't been live in New York since then. We hope that will happen, that will change. But it's just making the adjustments. And this is one of the ways that I've kept in contact with everybody, and they've been able to see, because they go, Lenny, when are you going to come to the city? I was like, well, I don't know yet. But
I haven't been in 2.5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't. The planned part of my trip back east this time is to spend a couple of days in New York and see everything I can get my
Hand on. Yep. Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, shows are starting to come back here finally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
3,000 miles away, so it takes a while for
Well,
things.
exactly. And I mean, in the very beginning, they were out on the road, but then they'd have to close down because so many people were doing it. But
I think there are from what I'm hearing, but that finally we're getting it's not over, but we're getting ways of controlling. I've had it. I've had COVID twice, and but I'm still here. There's
Yeah, for a song.
an idea. Oh. And because I don't mean to get political, but I was vaccinated twice, I've been boosted twice, and every chance I have the opportunity, I'm going to take an opportunity to be sure that I stay healthy if I can.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
We all have.
shots, the double boost, too.
I take all the precautions. I've had to do things where, jobs, but there's usually a COVID supervisor there to make sure that everything is, the way it is. But what about you, Betsy? You've been quiet since we've been on video. You were not quiet on the radio.
Well, but actually, as far as the illnesses with everybody is concerned, I was doing my show at nursing homes, and
oh wow, yeah.
all the nursing homes, so that shut that down, and so I'm waiting for them to open up a little bit, because a lot of the stuff I do starts back when I was, the very first things I was singing, and it takes all the way through the my career, and these people love them because they're all.
That's the American Songbook. You're talking about the American Songbook.
Do.
I mean, they love it. That's what I do. Yes, they absolutely adore it. And yes, so. Yeah. So the audience is that. It is that. It's different. I've recently had the winners of the Bistro Awards on, and the cabaret that is now is a little different from what it was when I was doing cabaret, because the cabaret I used to do was more like a supper club, but this is more like, these are artistic pieces and they're characters, and these people become characters, and it's a different art form, and it's lovely. I absolutely do. But I'm probably more of that Cafe Carlisle,
Oh, sure. I think we all are. That's what we came from.
Yeah.
Most of our friends who are in the cabaret business, that's what we did.
Yeah.
And it's what I love doing. I absolutely adore doing that kind of work.
Yeah.
And I really think that the form is changing, and I think that that kind of work that you're talking about, Lenny, is going to be around for a long time. I mean, you look at Michael Feinstein and you look at all the great stuff.
All of those, and it's just tradition, it is that. And my audience is, and the range is there, because the grandparents will bring the children, and the children will bring their children, and then I find that the children come back without the grandparents come back again to see it, so it's you're developing a larger audience, and your constituency has a range from 9 years old to 90, and explaining the songs and doing the songs. This is wonderful to be able to talk about. The blessing is to do music, and I know there are artists out here who don't do music, and their blessing is the artistry of acting and acting alone, and I think that they're brilliant too. But if you can do both, if you have the blessing enough to do both, and then I move well a little bit, it's just a wonderful life to be able to share with people, and to look down in the audience and see them smiling because you're bringing them that joy. And we've all done that. We've all had it. We've all seen it, when you look out in the audience and there they are just beaming because they're enjoying what you're doing. But it's not easy. As we've said, people always say to us, oh, I can do that. But they don't realize the reason why they think they can do it is because we've made it look easy, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Well, the energy comes back from an audience to us, and that's one thing that the media does not really provide. It does provide some other things that are wonderful. I'm very, very happy that we have it. The fact that we have both at this point is a double blessing.
It is. You can record the music and play it on here. You can't really do the music that well. Music on Zoom is not, not the best thing, on unison music, but streaming it and allowing people to see it, and it does service. There's certain people who can't get out. Now, BETSY was talking about doing it, at certain facilities for senior citizens, and those people can't get out. They can't get out. So, an idea would be for you to do a concert and then have it recorded and stream it if they don't open it up, and show that to those facilities. They would absolutely adore it.
And they would be safer. I mean, we would all be.
All of it would be it's because we have to really realize where we are now. We're not going to go back to 2018. We're just not,
No.
But we can get around it because we've got the technology that allows that to happen. So we should use it. I mean, I can't wait to hear you both, together again. It's just be
that would be great fun. I see the wheels turning.
Yes. Well, I mean, I would love to see the song list. That's what I want to see. What will the song list be? Ooh.
We'll definitely talk about it. I have no doubt.
Yes, I think I'm so glad that you're being able to come back and see people, and it's a wonderful. Is Ron coming with you?
Yes.
Good.
For part of the time. He hasn't retired yet, and so he has a little less control, but he does work from home, so that's a good thing. And so, he's got a couple of years before he retires, but I'm a little freer at this point. And so,
I'm retired 3 times in the last 3 years.
Oh, I know.
Oh, forget about it. Carl retired, then he went back to consult, then he retired, and he still hates it. He hates it. He hates it. He hates it. But he keeps busy around here. He's a little bit injured right now, and I've been trying to, kind of overcompensate, doing things with him, and because he overcompensates trying to do everything, but no, he hates it. He's just been elected to the board up here. I'm very proud of him.
Great.
To the board up where we live in this community, and so that will keep him. They walk by. We see you at the meeting. He goes, yeah.
Well, retirement, I think, is a very flexible word at this point. I think we have made it that way. Yeah. And our generation is very different from one that came before us.
Yes. For them, it was really retirement. They were glad. I remember my father. My father could not wait for he could look at TV all night long. He could eat any time of day that he wanted to eat. He could, he just had a good time. He had a good time in his retirement. I'm glad he enjoyed it while he was here. But It's different for us.
Yeah.
It really is different.
I think it is.
Yeah, our generation is, I mean, I know more people who are over 55 who are working harder now than they've ever worked.
Absolutely true.
Mhm.
Absolutely true.
So,
I didn't start my opera career until I was 50. I really, and that, I mean, who's ever even heard of that? You
yeah,
know, but it worked. So, I'm not going to complain about it.
no,
It
no,
was different from
yeah. But
starting.
also, the voice, it's the quality of the voice, if you've taken care of it all
Change.
Mhm.
these years,
Yeah, they still work.
it's a rarity that, you go and listen to someone and they sound as well as they did 20 some years ago.
True.
And that's what makes you in demand.
No, I'm all about that. I
Yeah.
totally.
And when it's about taking care of the voice, we've
Yeah.
seen now people who have not taken care of the voices and the downfall of their careers. It's just been horrible to imagine that. But now, we just hope that we make it through, the next, little bit of time. As I've said to many people, I realize now there are more years behind me than ahead of me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to really enjoy all those things that I can ahead.
Mhm.
I totally agree with you.
I do too. I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they'll be the best. But what you've said again, it's just we've been given a gift. We did nothing really to deserve it, but we were given one, and it's our responsibility to take care of it.
I
That's all.
believe so. And I started singing in the church, and whenever the church calls me to do anything, I just go. And they'll go, "Oh, we have an envelope." I said, "No, you just give it back to the church because God gave me this gift, and so I don't need to be paid for a God-given gift."
Totally believe that.
Yeah. Very blessed. We're best. We're blessed, and we're blessed to still be around one another and enjoy one another. And those were many, many years ago. So,
That's many years
oh, be quiet.
Let's not even go into the mathematics.
Yes, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But I love you both.
Love you too.
Oh, stop.
Oh.
She never does this. She never does this. I don't know what this is today. But I love you both for doing this. Thank you very much.
Love you too, sweetheart. You take care of yourself.
All right. And I'll this will be up in a little bit. I'll work on it tonight, and you'll be able to see yourselves, and you'll be able to tell your friends that it'll be on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. Okay.
I will definitely. Yeah, a lot of people have asked, so I'm definitely going to post it whenever you do. That's
Okay.
great.
Yeah, you can share it. You'll see it on my page, and you can share it wherever you want.
I will definitely do that. I will.
All right.
Thank you, darling. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you soon.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for looking at the After Show Afterthoughts, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take
Hold
care.
on, you two. Don't go anywhere for a second.
Okay.